Okay, you guys. So, generally irritable here. Erica Reddick. I am graced. Sorry, people do that to you all the time, probably.
Oh, that's great.
I'm really grateful to have Grace Reilly here with me this afternoon. So you are an ambassador with Turning Point USA.
Yeah.
She's an ambassador with Turning Point USA. But you also are out there in the Pittsburgh area, Northeast, shaking some trees and making people mad.
Oh yeah, so I go to school at Grove City College in Pennsylvania, which is a good conservative Christian school, so that's great, but certainly that's not the case on the majority of campuses in this country. I'm pretty lucky.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went to high school in Connecticut, and that was insanely liberal, and I was one of the only outspoken conservatives at my school and in my area at all. And
That's got to take
online.
some courage.
Oh, well, thank you so much. It's definitely, I just feel that it's so important that young conservatives stand up for the things that they believe in and for their values, even if that's difficult and even if that means standing alone sometimes, because the truth is, events like this, YWLS, show me and show so many other young people that there's hope and that we're not alone in standing up for the things that we believe in.
Well, and that's what I feel like the left, right,
Yeah.
our opposition, has done a really good job of silencing conservatives, making people too afraid to stick
Yeah.
up for themselves. And I was talking to Abby Johnson about it yesterday, and I said, you know, I keep telling people that they need to start, like, it doesn't matter. You're going to lose stuff. You're going to lose friends. You're going to lose things. Just do it anyway.
Yeah.
So did your parents, just out of curiosity, did they encourage this in you? Were they conservative? Did they, help support you through the stuff that you've been working on?
Yeah, I'm very grateful for my parents. I like to explain it in a way that I grew up in a family that was conservative, but really it was never a political thing. I was just raised with values that then correlated to being a conservative. And as a young person, I was always interested in politics. I loved sitting at the adults table at family functions and stuff like that and talking about politics. So I was always just very interested, and as I got older, I began to kind of explore the issues. I found Turning Point USA, and I really started to look around and try to figure out what I believed and why I believed what I believed, so that I would really have the understanding behind those things. Because I think a lot of people today can't explain that why, which is so important. Yeah.
It's almost like everybody just has a thought, or they hear the thing and they go, oh, okay. And they just, that's what I believe, yep. And they don't think about it. Yeah, exactly. So did you have like, you talked about sitting at the adult table. So were you getting like, having philosophical conversations about various things, and so you just were really taught critical thinking?
Yeah.
Do you think that's what it is?
I think that's what it is. My family, I'm so grateful for, really made an effort to teach me how to think, not what to think, and always challenged me as a young kid even to really think about what's important and things that matter in the world, and really challenge myself in being able to defend my points, not only kind of just align with whatever some political person was saying.
Yeah. Not taking things for granted. That's what I learned very on. Things like, don't let anybody read your Bible for you.
Yeah.
Don't let anybody read
So
whatever.
important. Yeah.
And so that's awesome. So what do you think is, if you could give a word to all the young people in Vermont, all of our viewers in Texas and around the country, what would your one piece of advice be, or your biggest piece of advice for young people who are just too afraid to say what they know is true?
I would say to people that are too afraid to say what they know is true, because that's a really difficult thing. I think, first of all, understand that it's not easy to stand up for what you believe in, especially if you're standing alone. But I would say know that you are not alone, and know that standing up for truth and your values is far more important than anyone who's going to stand against you. Because ultimately, people that try to take you down or that discriminate against you in friendships or other things just because of what you believe in are the problem, and you don't need people like that in your life. And even though that's a really hard thing to come to terms with, people that matter and that support you for what you believe in will stay in your life.
Yep.
And it's far more more important to stand strong in truth and in your values than it is to be fake to other people, quite frankly.
Amen.
And try to just fit in. And it's a hard thing, but it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, well, because you know, in the end, those people weren't going to be there for you.
Exactly.
Like, if they don't love you and appreciate you for the person that you are, and then ask you question, why do you believe what you believe? They're not going to be the ones that are going to be there when everything falls apart anyway.
Very true. And I would encourage young people, check out Turning Point USA, check out YWLS. There's SAS, the Student Action Summit, happening in July in Tampa, I believe the 17th through the 20th. And at events like that, you're able to meet thousands of other young people from across the country that are all in the same boat as you, that kind of think, hey, should I stand up for this? This is what I think, but I'm afraid that people around me won't agree. Well, just know that you're not alone, and I encourage you, look into these events, because you'll be able to meet so many like-minded people. I've met some of my best lifelong friends that will be lifelong friends at these events, and I'm so grateful. And don't know where I would be without Turning Point. This is just such a great event. There's so much energy here. It's so fun.
Yeah.
There are girls from across the country that all are so passionate about what they believe in. And it's just a really unique, incredible thing that I would just encourage young people to look into, because it's just a great organization, and there are so many opportunities here if you're interested in getting involved, or if you want to meet other people that think the way that you do and that will support you no matter what.
I love it. Grace, where can folks find you, like on social media, if they want to follow you and see, what was that? It was The Sun? What was the name of that news article?
Oh, that was The Day.
Oh, The Day,
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Locally. Yeah, but on social media, you can find me on Instagram at Conservative Grace and on Twitter at Conserve Grace. So
I love it.
Yeah.
And that's double entendre has a, that's not it. But like, what is a word for double entendre that doesn't have a sexual meaning? You know what I'm saying.
But I do know what you mean.
Conserve grace. I love that, because not only are you conserving grace, you're conserving conservatism, which we need more of.
Oh,
so,
we do.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Bye.